Welcome to Travel Partner Official, your trusted companion for journeys that push boundaries and awaken the spirit of adventure within us all. Here we believe that travel is more than just visiting new places. It's about discovering new parts of yourself, challenging your limits, and embracing the unknown with open arms. Think of us as your window to the world's most breathtaking adventures, from the snow-capped peaks of distant mountains to the vibrant energy of bustling city streets. Every journey we share is an invitation to step outside your comfort zone and experience the extraordinary. Today, I'm sharing a story that's all about dizzying heights, heart-pounding courage, and the pure, exhilarating bliss that comes from letting go of your fears. Imagine standing on the edge, the world stretching out beneath you, and feeling your heart race with anticipation. I once made a promise to myself: never let fear have the final word. That promise led me to the edge of the world's tallest bridge, where I stood with only a bungee cord and a surge of hope separating me from the vast abyss below. The wind whipped around me and every instinct screamed to step back, but I knew this was a moment I couldn't let slip away. The idea of bungee jumping absolutely terrified me. My hands trembled, my breath quickened, and doubts flooded my mind. But in that moment, I realized that true bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to act in spite of it, to move forward even when your heart is pounding in your chest. This leap wasn't just about chasing an adrenaline rush. It was about confronting a primal fear of falling, of losing control, and of trusting that the leap would lead to something incredible. As I soared through the air, I felt a freedom I'd never known before, a sense of release, of surrender, and of triumph. As we relive this adventure together, I invite you to reflect on your own bridges, the doubts, hesitations, or challenges you've yet to cross. What's holding you back from taking that leap? Sometimes the greatest journeys begin with a single, courageous step into the unknown. My hope is that my leap inspires you to take your own, whatever it may be, whether it's traveling to a new country, trying something you've always dreamed of, or simply saying yes to an unexpected opportunity. Every leap, big or small, is a victory over fear. So, are you ready? Let's begin the adventure together and see just how far a leap of faith can take us. Our quest took us deep into the heart of China, to the breathtaking Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon, a place that feels almost otherworldly, as if plucked from the pages of a fantasy novel. This region is famous for its surreal beauty, and as we approached, the anticipation in the air was palpable. The journey itself was a promise of adventure, and every mile brought us closer to a destination that has inspired legends and stories for centuries. Before us stretched a landscape of towering sandstone pillars, their ancient forms rising dramatically from a sea of lush emerald green forest. These natural wonders, sculpted by time and the elements, create a maze of spires and cliffs that seem to defy gravity. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of pine and earth, and everywhere we looked, nature's artistry was on full display. At the heart of this landscape stands the Grand Canyon Glass Bridge, a marvel of modern engineering and daring imagination. This transparent walkway, suspended between two sheer cliffs, stretches an astonishing 430 meters across a dizzying 300-meter drop. The bridge itself seems to float above the canyon, offering a view that is both exhilarating and terrifying. Taking those first steps onto the glass, it felt as if I was walking on air, suspended between earth and sky. Each footfall sent a thrill through my body, the world dropping away beneath me. But I wasn't just here to walk across this engineering wonder. I was here to take on a challenge that would push me to my limits. I was here to jump. This bridge isn't just a feat of architecture. It's also home to the Guinness World Record for the highest bungee jump on the planet, a heart-stopping 260-meter plunge straight down into the canyon below. The thought of leaping from such a height was both thrilling and terrifying, and the platform itself seemed to hover impossibly high above the ground. The drive up to the canyon was an adventure in itself. Our vehicle wound its way along narrow, twisting mountain roads, each turn revealing new vistas and making our hearts race with excitement and nerves. With every curve, the reality of what we were about to do became more tangible, and the sense of anticipation grew. Our group was a fascinating mix. Some of us lost in quiet contemplation, others unable to contain their nervous chatter. We shared stories, exchanged nervous laughs, and tried to steady our nerves as we prepared for what lay ahead. Despite our differences, we were united by a single wild goal: to conquer our fears and experience something truly unforgettable together. The camaraderie was infectious, and in that moment, we all felt like part of something bigger than ourselves. As we finally arrived at the site, the bridge itself was shrouded in mist and partially hidden by the surrounding mountains. This only heightened the suspense, making the moment feel even more surreal and dreamlike. With my heart pounding in my chest and camera in hand, I stepped out onto the bridge, determined to capture every moment of this extraordinary adventure. The world seemed to fall away beneath my feet, and adrenaline surged through my veins. The journey to get here had already been an adventure, filled with breathtaking scenery, new friendships, and moments of self-discovery. But as I stood on the edge, I knew that the real test, the true leap of faith, was still to come. The roof of the world awaited, daring us to take the plunge and embrace the unknown. Stepping onto the glass bridge is a mind-bending experience. Your eyes see the drop, but your feet feel solid. The sensation is surreal, as if you're walking on air, suspended between the heavens and the earth. Each step feels like a defiance of gravity, a challenge to the natural order. Tourists shrieked and snapped selfies, their faces a mix of exhilaration and fear. The bridge seemed to bring out a primal response in everyone, a blend of thrill and terror that was almost addictive. But I moved steadily toward the bungee platform, jutting out like a diving board into the sky. The platform seemed to float in the air, a thin line between safety and the abyss. The scale of the drop became real as I approached. The world below was a vast, gaping void. The canyon stretched out endlessly, a reminder of nature's grandeur and our own smallness. I watched others leap, their screams echoing, and felt both terror and awe. Each jump was a testament to human courage, a brief moment of flight before the inevitable pull of gravity. The view was unforgettable. Sandstone pillars shrouded in mist, the canyon floor a tapestry far below. The landscape seemed almost otherworldly, a scene from a dream or a distant planet. Despite the crowd, the canyon's size absorbed all noise, leaving only wind and my racing heart. The silence was profound, a stark contrast to the chaos of the bridge. I felt wonderfully insignificant, my fears suddenly small in the grand scheme. The vastness of the canyon put everything into perspective, making my worries seem trivial. This perspective didn't erase my fear, but it put it in context. My turn was coming. I took a deep breath, ready to face the void, knowing that this leap was more than just a jump. It was a step into the unknown, a moment of pure, unfiltered life. Waiting in line, my mind became a battleground. One voice whispered doubt, the other roared with adventure. The fear was primal, but the urge to push my boundaries was stronger. I watched the jump crew, calm, professional, and reassuring. Their confidence quieted my doubts. They'd done this thousands of times. I took deep breaths, focusing on why I was here, for the thrill, the story, the victory over fear. When my name was called, my resolve was set. I chose courage. The staff's steady hands and practice checks gave me confidence. I was ready to face the platform. The battle in my mind was over. It was time to fly. No turning back. Stepping onto the prep platform, the mood shifted to focused professionalism. The staff explained every step as they fitted me into a full body and ankle harness, checking and double-checking every strap. Their calm, clear instructions replaced my fear with trust. The jump master described the jump, the free fall, and the retrieval. No surprises, just a well-rehearsed procedure. The bungee cord was attached with heavy-duty carabiners, each click reassuring. Triple-checked and ready, I felt the weight of safety and anticipation. The staff gave a final thumbs up. I was a bundle of nerves and gear, ready to trust the laws of physics. The moment had arrived. The walk to the edge was the longest 5 steps of my life. The jump master's steady hand guided me forward. My legs felt robotic. I shuffled my toes over the edge, looking straight ahead at the horizon. The countdown began. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bungee. I leaned forward and gravity took over. The sensation wasn't falling, but flying. The wind roared, the world blurred, and all fear vanished. For a few seconds, I felt pure, unfiltered freedom. Time stretched, the canyon walls rushed past in a dizzying blur. I screamed, not in terror, but in joy, letting go of everything. In that moment, I was simply a body in motion, a meteorite streaking toward Earth. It was magnificent. I had surrendered to the experience. I was alive. At the bottom of the arc, the bungee cord caught me. No jolt, just a smooth, elastic rebound. For a moment, I hung weightless, suspended between sky and canyon floor, the world upside down and breathtaking. The cord launched me upward, laughter bubbling out in disbelief and triumph. Each bounce grew gentler and I spun slowly, soaking in the panoramic view. The adrenaline faded into a profound calm. After a few moments, a line was attached and I was winched back up, savoring every second. The staff greeted me with cheers and a high five. I had danced between heaven and earth and returned with a lighter spirit. Once steady, I took the elevator to the canyon floor to see the bridge from below. Looking up, the bridge seemed impossibly high, a thread between cliffs. The scale of what I'd done hit me. It wasn't just a jump, but a journey from sky to earth. I learned fear is often worse in anticipation than in action. The leap was liberating. Trusting the crew and equipment was essential, a reminder that relying on others is a strength. This adventure deepened my gratitude for the world, for human ingenuity, and for my own resilience. The experience didn't just thrill me, it transformed me. My boundaries had stretched, and my confidence soared. We're all capable of more than we think. Each of us has a metaphorical bungee jump waiting. Don't let fear keep you from the view on the other side. Seek out adventures that push you, that make your heart race, and give you stories to tell. Travel forces us out of our comfort zones and reveals our true selves. Start small, but start. Take that first step toward your own leap. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Remember, face your fears, trust others, and always say yes to the leap. Your greatest adventure is just around the corner. All you have to do is jump.